Hey y'all, my name is Amy. I am a full-time reseller on Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, and Depop. I have another what sold video for you today. This is what sold for $40 or more in the second half of January. I am going to be sharing these in order of date sold, so it will be a little bit randomized in terms of price sold. Without further ado, let's get to it. First off is this hoodie by Sporty and Rich. Sporty and Rich is a really expensive brand retail. I found the resale value to be a little bit hit or miss, but all the items I have sold have been flawed, so that may be the reason why. This one is the Serif logo hoodie in peach. It's unisex. It's a really cute color. I totally wanted to keep it, but I decided to sell it instead. I paid $12. After 109 days, someone sent me an offer for $60. That left me with a profit of $36 on this item. Next up, we actually have an item that I talked about in my last What Sold video. That was January part 1. I'll link it up on the screen and in the description. This is the Show Me Your Mumu Jasmine dress. I purchased this for $12.93. After just 10 days, it did sell via offer. Someone offered $65 and I accepted. That left me with $39.07 profit on this item. Next up, we have a pair of flats by the brand Everlane. These are the Italian Leather Day glove flats in this navy blue color. I paid $26.55 for these. After 6 days, someone sent me an offer for $86.90, including shipping. I did accept. That left me with a profit of $37.57. Next up is a dress that I adore. It is by the brand Johnny Was. The style is Malaga. It's this midi length dress that was very pretty. I sourced it from a Goodwill boutique, so it was priced up. It did have the original tag with the price on it, so they knew to price it up based on that. I paid $102 for this dress. After 66 days, I sent out a 20% offer with Posher VA. That resulted in a sale of $212 and a profit of $65.88 on this item. Next up are these heels by Everlane. It is the Italian Leather Day heel in this light taupe color. This light taupe color was less saturated than other ones, so I did price it a little bit higher. I paid $26.55 for this. After 4 days, it sold for $100. I believe I had it priced at $120 and the buyer sent an offer for $100, which I accepted. That left me with a profit of $51.73 on these heels. Next up is another item that sold when I sent out 20% off offers. This is by the brand Farm Rio. It is the zigzag stitch sandal in what they called off-white, but it just looked pink to me. I paid $46.37 for these. It was the Nordstrom Rack 60% off clearance sale. After 64 days, they sold for $80. That left me with a profit of $17.63. Next up, from the same 60% off clearance sale, I got these Stuart Weitzman Henley Chelsea suede boots in this espresso brown color. These were such a good find for such a good price. I love selling Stuart Weitzman, especially boots. These I paid $36.29 for, which was such a steal. I sold them for $225. This was an auto offer, so I have Posher VA send out 10% offer with $5.95 shipping 10 minutes after someone likes an item. That is how this one sold, and that left me with a profit of $141.99 on this. Next up is another item from Everlane. This is the cotton linen blazer in this sandstone gray color. Really pretty color. This was a size 0, so definitely a smaller size, so I'm glad it sold. Sometimes smaller sizes can be a harder sale. I paid $24. It took 66 days to sell, but it sold full price on eBay. So the buyer paid $127.45, including shipping. That left me with a profit of $78.29. Next up are these shoes by Vans. This is the high top skate style, and it had this really pretty poppy floral print on it. I picked these up because they were basically in like new condition. They had very little to no wear. I paid $17.44. They did take a bit to sell, 153 days. They sold for $55. That left me with a profit of $26.56 on these. Next up is a new to me brand. This is the brand Scala. It's Scala. I found this in a thrift store and looked it up because I thought it would make a very cute New Year's dress or holiday dress. It is this silk all over sequin backless mini dress. I paid $6.99. After 29 days, it sold via offer for $50, which left me a profit of $33.01. Next up are actually a pair of golf shoes. This was my first time selling golf shoes. They are new with box. The brand is FootJoy. This brand, I believe, has a decent following in terms of golf wear, especially shoes. These were the spikeless golf shoes in this gray, black, white color. I paid $6.17 for them. Within 4 days, someone sent me an offer for $40. That left me with a profit of $24.11. Next up, this is by the brand Sorel. Sorel can do really well. It just depends on the style. So these were new with tags. They did not have the box. This is the Joan of Arctic 2 style, and they were the Chelsea wedge booties. This came from Nordstrom Rack during the extra 60% off clearance sale. I paid $34.79. After 28 days, I did accept an offer from the buyer for $136. That left me with a profit of $74.01. Next up is from the brand Everlane. It is the 90s loafer with this brown croc embossed leather upper. These were really cute. I paid $26.55. After 10 days, they did sell. It was from an offer from buyer for $80. That left me with a profit of $37.45. Next up is an item that I got via liquidation. This is the brand Free People. I do try to stock up on this brand because it is a consistent seller. This style is the Free Throw Henley in black. This one sold on Depop. I paid $9.38 for it. It sold for $40. That left me with a profit of $20.72 on this item. Next up is another Sorel boot. This one was new with box. It did come from Nordstrom. I ended up using my rack notes, which is basically just reward monies for spending at Nordstrom. So I put my cost of goods as $0 for this item. I accepted an offer 5 days after listing for $60. That left me with a profit of $48. Next up, we have an item from Free People. These are the hybrid leggings in this deepest navy color. I paid $12.50 for these. After 131 days, someone sent an offer for $45. That left me with a profit of $23.50. Next up is an item from the Insane Nordstrom Rack haul, and it is by the brand Rag & Bone. It is this tank dress. The style is Archetype Sydney, and it was in this sage green color. This one I paid $16.10 for. After 130 days, it sold for $45. That left me with a profit of $19.90. Next up is an online sourcing find. So this is by the brand Alexander Wang. It is this taupe zipper trim wool jacket. It was a really nice jacket. I purchased it from Mercari. I spent $54.80 on it. After 107 days, it sold for $150. That left me with a profit of $65.20. Next up is this really gorgeous dress. It is by the brand Christy Dawn. This was my first time finding this brand, and I hope to find it again in the future. The style of this dress is the Peyton dress, and I sourced this via live sale on Poshmark. I paid $102 for it. After 30 days, it sold during a 20% off offer. That left me with a profit of $64.40 on this item. Next up is a brand I really enjoy selling. It is the brand Spanx. Their leggings and some of their jeans tend to do really well. So this came from Nordstrom Rack during the extra 60% off clearance. I paid $41. This style is the stretchable ankle cargo pants in this camo color. It took 21 days to sell. The buyer and I went back and forth a little bit. We ended up on $70. That left me with a profit of $15 on these. Next up are these Doc Marten boots. These are a patent leather upper in this really pretty maroon color. I paid $31.43 for these. Unfortunately, I took forever to get them up, but once I did, they sold within 19 days. Someone sent an offer for $65. That left me with a profit of $20.57. Next up are these Everlane loafers. This is the modern loafer in a black patent leather upper. I paid $26.55. I had sent out 30% off offers, and this was accepted. It sold for $49, and that left me with a profit of $10.93 on these. Next up, we have another pair of Everlane shoes. These are flats. It is the Boss Pebbled Leather flats in this burgundy color. I paid $26.55. Someone sent an offer for $70, and that left me with $29.45 on these. Moving on, we have another pair of Everlane shoes. These are the Editor Slingback heels in this black leather upper. Cost of goods was the same, so $26.55. After 13 days, they sold when I sent out 30% off offers. That resulted in a $66 sale and $24.53 profit. Next up, we have an eBay sale. So this is by the brand Legence. These are the Margot high-rise skinny jeans, and the color was Bellevue. These I paid $20 for. Within 1 day of listing, I got an offer on eBay. They paid $80.45, including shipping. This left me with a profit of $41.40. Next up is an item that is definitely the longest sale of this video. This is by the brand Maje. Maje I have had good experience with and also not so good, dependent on time to sell. It really depends on the style. So this style is the Joshua Petal Applique midi skirt, really pretty skirt. I paid $31.50 for this. After 586 days, it did sell with a 40% off offer, so it sold for $78. That left me with a profit of $29.18. Next up, we have the highest sale of this video. Whoop whoop. So this is by the brand Dolce & Gabbana. This is a black dress with a leopard lining. I did include Y2K because I felt like it was kind of giving that vibe for this style. I paid up for this dress. It was new with tags, and I believe retail was around $1,400 or so. So I paid $216.57. It did take a bit to sell. After 196 days, it sold for $450. That left me with a profit of $141.71. Part of the reason it was 196 days was that I did end up sending it into the RealReal. I had received a quote from the representative that they would list it rather high. I think they had quoted around 1,000, and I sent in the item and they priced it lower than 200. So I asked them to review the price. They denied it and said they weren't going to go higher than that price. So I did get the item back. Thankfully, it sold really quickly after getting it back up. Next up, we have an item that sold with my 40% off offer. This is by the brand Patagonia. It was this really cute long line hooded jacket, and I paid $21.56. It sold 24 days later for $54. That left me with a profit of $19.92. If you have made it this far through the video, I thank you. We have 2 more sales, and this one was a really good one, so I hope you have stuck around to see it. This is by the brand New Balance. This is the Fresh Foam / 1080 style. It is this unlaced running shoe. I paid $42.24 for it. Just 10 days later, someone sent an offer for $127. I did accept. That left me with a profit of $59.36. Last but not least, we have this Everlane dress. This is the retro jersey polo style in this black color. I paid $16.20 for this. It only took 3 days to sell. Someone sent me an offer. With shipping, they paid $53.40, and that left me with $25.08. And that concludes the 30 items that sold in the second half of January. If you like this type of video, please be sure to like and comment and let me know. Also, be sure to hit that little bell to subscribe so you don't miss any in the future. Thanks so much for watching.